there are no doubts, no questions in the game, no holes in the commitment. Those two teams have a rivalry, and one has what we all want. Yet, 16, all here with this chance.
Sit down, be humble.
Style and motivation, they are personal.
Sit down, be humble. Sit down, be humble.
Here, I equals we. And there are plans, there are schemes
Be humble.
to modernize the recent history, to shove aside all the hype and dictate the limelight.
Be humble.
And welcome everyone to the Alamo City. It's mid-April, and the singular, undistilled ambition of the Spurs Nation is NBA Championship number 6. Welcome to ESPN's presentation of the NBA playoffs as they continue in earnest from the AT&T Center. Here's a look at the brackets. Don't forget, tomorrow on ABC, you can watch Golden State take on Portland in Game 1 from Oakland. Clippers and Utah also on that side of the bracket. Houston, OKC, and right here we've got San Antonio taking on a lucrative contract that he signed during the offseason. As we take a look at tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by Modelo Especial. The big news for the Grizzlies, number 7, Wayne Selden, a rookie, getting the start in place of the injured Tony Allen. Carter, Green, Gasol, and Conley. Parker Green in the backcourt for the Spurs. Leonard
to the corners. Same thing with Randolph. They've opened up the lane, and this young guy, when you improve your scoring by 7 points, I mean, that's major. 20 points and shooting a high percentage. Defense has been excellent here in the early going, forcing one shot and then turning them over, and then the transition game and the half court, getting them mismatches that they want. Excellent.
The Spurs stunned here early in the ball game, looking to recover when we come back.
Now right there, that should have been called a foul. Ginobili definitely hit Gasol.
The Gasol brothers meeting in midcourt pre-game, but the brotherly love thing will have to wait until after the game, Mark told us. Maybe a little dinner at Powell's house, of course. Back after this.
All the big games that he'll try to keep on the floor under pressure.
They call him the Claw with those big hands and long reach. And his pinch leads to a 3, and the Spurs are on the move. The most underrated guard in the league, and he has 10 here in the first quarter. That thing had ice on it when it came down, folks. Exciting first quarter.
I've got this, and especially I've got it off the glass. I mean, just watch this. Now he's working his way down. How about this? Off the glass.
He doesn't need to roll, huh?
No.
Marc Gasol staying hot with 13 in the game.
Well, see, that shot is so difficult to make. Well, you're 7 foot and you're fading away. You take the guy in and then you create the space. You'll get it off, but can you shoot the percentage?
Defensive end by Danny Green once again.
Now, Danny Green is great at stripping people, and you're going to see, time that perfectly. Now, when you look at Green out of North Carolina, he's 6'6". How about that pass? Shovel pass in between the trap by Leonard, right on the money.
Spurs on a roll when we come back. For Memphis, Kawhi Leonard, his counterpart was 17 for the San Antonio Spurs. A couple of defensive teams showing off their offensive firepower here in the first half. Stay tuned for the Toyota halftime coming up right after these messages.
ESPN's presentation.
Welcome back, everyone, to ESPN's presentation of the NBA playoffs. In the shadows of the Riverwalk in downtown San Antonio, the Spurs looking for their 6th NBA championship. Time for tonight's first half stats brought to you by Ford. And look at the Spurs with a good job on the offensive glass, second chance points, outdoing the Grizzlies. San Antonio, though, is...
I don't want them to get going in the fast break game because they're really not a big fast break team. Now, excellent 2 deflections. There's the second one right there by Vince Carter. And then on a 2-on-1 break, you want the layup. This is pressurized basketball right now. Who forced them that way, and then just watch how he doesn't really get up high. He doesn't get up really high until now, until he has to make the move. Stayed low, creating the space.
ESPN
Spurs really come through with a burst in the third quarter. Leonard had 15 points in the period. And the meter's still running, folks. Fourth quarter coming up.
Years old, and tonight he's just the same. He's played with a vengeance. Once he came back in the game after that first rest in that first quarter.
ESPN's
About it. He was looking for him.
Chris Paul of the Los Angeles Clippers coming up next against the Utah Jazz. Obviously one of the top assist men in the game, top assist to turnover ratio men, and the leader of that Clippers squad. And look at what he and Blake Griffin did coming down the stretch. Last 7 games, scored the ball well, great percentage.
Look, they were under a ton of pressure, and they beat a lot of good teams in that 7-game run. Now, when you look at it, both of these teams are 51 and 31. They're finally, meaning the Clippers, they're finally healthy. And now, so is Utah if
from him. Well, folks, plenty more NBA action still to come right here on ESPN. What a great day of games. It started with the Pacers and the Cavs on ABC as the crew in Los Angeles gets it next for the Jazz and Clippers. After this, we'll go back to the studio with the gang. For Hubie Brown and Israel Gutierrez, I'm Mark Jones saying so long from San Antonio.